Hello and good evening, and welcome to one of these webinars in the series about our journey to Tomar, the Prelude to the Knights Templar. I'll open the energy to invite you into this gesture that we will receive from the wisdom field, connected and collected by the Templar. The Templar field, the Templar spirit, the Templar guardians. Each and every one of us is connected to wisdom fields, different ways through our DNA memory fields and through our connection through the incarnation, where we will open without a lot of words to this special Sorry, the ignition of the field just took me a while. The Templars carry a special connection to different wisdom fields. And through every time I try to think, because I've thought about what we should talk about, I'm blocked. So I'm just joining in like you and open to the channeling that will deliver what we would receive here. Breathe, slow, deep, use your intention to connect with this, and I allow the channel to open, step back, and still contain the connection as good as I can to ensure the purity. The purity is ignited by the held connection without using it for myself. What I should receive, I will receive afterwards, if such is necessary. The different wisdom fields connect through all over the globe, crossing each other and crossroads. We guard a connection. You could call it the crossroads of the crossroads. Opens the special gates, a special gate. A gate connects the gates through the unified field of consciousness that's prepared to merge the wisdom fields, to be available to the original field of consciousness, connecting all people into the same mutual connection, the connection for perception, the inner experience about truth, values, worth, carried in such a high perspective, in such a high manner, that devotion goes beyond belief, enters through trust and honor and love. As we gather here as a receptor group for possibilities, we will open to the motions in the mutual fields happening in these years, stepping in through the bridges between the knowingness and the unknown, the consciousness that can contain without being explained, is what we will mutually open here. It's a preparation for the journey where the gates through space and time that allows the merging of the timelines and the lines for destinies will enter through the zero of all timelines and destiny lines, the beginning of all times, allowing a searing through the gate, the release of the karmic burden from before your time, to allow a reincarnation of the mutual field, following and creating new timelines and destiny lines by choice. The choices made here will be created without the fear and the attempt to solve everything through fights. Instead, consciousness and the people will unite. Unite about what makes sense, bringing it into presence, being the creator of a reality that makes sense to you and me and to everybody. So simple that it's not to be discussed. Open through this gate of trust, equality, making sense, love, creating the new reality. The wisdom that's been carried through the old timelines and destiny lines is collected and saved, prepared to be taken by everyone in their frame, their mirror, their perception, creating individual gates for consciousness. That will expand to the universal collective. Breathe, soft, deep. Sense your awareness about this meeting and this preparation, where we for a short while will enter to this zero gate, the crossroads of consciousness, of wisdom fields. The guardians through the Templar spirit has carried not only secrets, the secrets is not so important as the sacred connection and knowingness about the wisdom, the purity, and the wisdom's availability. It has been foreseen that the trust will be proven to reopen to the mutual expression and perception, where the mutual truth will be carried in through each and everybody's response and reflection. The truth, the trust, the truth creates the new mutuality, where the we and the you and the me is equal in strength and capacity. You don't need to be able to understand these strength words, even though they might expand your consciousness or deliver a recognition from within. Allow it to be whatever. And if you understand it, like something precious, something you know. You are the ones that carries the direct connection with these gates. Allow it to be whatever it is, and know that everybody is gathering about this all over the world in different layers and different ways. This is not something for a small group or something here and there. It's everybody everywhere at the same time. When we are working in the energy in the fields, it's preparation. It's a preparation from several areas in the universe where they have mutual fields that's expressed with capacity that's not suppressing, but support the evolution of consciousness that takes care. And have an equality without a flare, and way to be together that's not disturbed. The trust, the care, the love creates the guardians. Each and every one of us carries a part of our consciousness that's non-seen. It's hidden. The carrier of the truth and the trust, they know this. They know there's a huge part of our consciousness that we can't see. And that this consciousness part that we can't see carries the sacred. And by the connection with the sacred, some of the secrets will merge, appears. Show us when we are without fear, the wisdom way, how we can create ourselves and our civilization in a balanced new world without fights, without destruction. A civilization that merged into completion through the unification process where the individuality gets stronger step by step. With each choice, with each revelation, the mutuality gets stronger. And one of the secrets that comes with the sacred connection is that I don't know why, but the channeling just closed. Breathe. Slow, soft, deep. Just keeping the connection. Wait to see what happened. Nothing special, it says. Okay. Let's go into the progress of this energy work together here. They invite us now to go through the energy together here as a group, to enter the area in Tomar where we will support this opening and the reframing and the ignition of the new connection to the zeroing of the timelines and the destiny lines. It's just a small part, just a micro movement in the consciousness at the right time, supported and prepared, that ensures that this gate, the crossroads of these lines, will open when it's time. When we will be there, the time is there to do the energy work. But the time where it will ignite, we don't know if it's when we are there or if it's afterwards. Nobody knows. The schedule, the program is not foreseen. As it looks right now, we just know that it's before June 2025. And the possibility to create this zeroing is open now and until the beginning of May. And we will be there, a small group of energy workers, where I will be there as a teacher and as a channel, and as a shaman of the new era, to connect with the zeroing through the nothingness and do nothing and hold the space for what will happen through the 0 point that the wisdom field, the Templar Knight spirit is guiding. That field will do the work, is preparing, and is in a preparation. So when we are there, we will be an anchor and nothingness connection through the part of our consciousness that we can't see directly. We can move into the connection with through a secondary consciousness, or the third order of consciousness, where we subdirectly can see what happens when we shift into the new era capacities. The secondary or third order consciousness is where you can see there's something that happens that shifts. You don't know what's bringing it, how and when, but you can see there's something that's changing, that's shifting from within. Perhaps it could be like the softness in the way you see yourself and people and reality. A small change in the softness from within creates a gigantic differences in your expression and your choices. The expression and the experience of the softness is a third order consciousness revelation. You will not be able to see how this softness is created and why it suddenly appears. Maybe you, through your 0 order consciousness, will have some kind of revelation, some kind of epiphany that tells you why it's there. And through your 2nd order consciousness, where you can imagine something like this in kind of a drawing, a model of how it could be, that's so not complete, but it gives you an idea of the movement of what it's about. But the complete ability to contain what it's about, or how can your consciousness shift from being not soft to be soft? Mild, not mild. How can this shift happen? What it's about, what in your mechanism, in your system creates this shift? There's nobody in our reality that contain the ability to see this, to understand this. It's beyond understanding, it's beyond comprehending. But through the connection to the wisdom field, through the sacred, secret connection carried through the Templar guided portals, we will open the possibility to shift into this knowingness where the delivery from the non-seen consciousness will be steady and create a steady consciousness with a huge stability and a foundation into the modern version of being conscious and take care. Take care for everything that needs to be taken care of. As you are invited in here, maybe you sense a shift in the energy as you slowly move together with the group into this special area where the energy is contained, prepared for 1,000 years, until these days where the shift might happen. Breathe. Slow, deep. Maybe you sense a recognition from within as we together enters the spirit realms in Tomar in Portugal, where the Knights Templar portal to the crossroad of timelines and destiny lines is prepared for us. And as we are entering the space here together into the spirit realms, only about 4 weeks before we will physically arrive in the area, we are invited in a smaller perspective to do the same motion, the same shift in our consciousness in our personal field, as we will do in the mutual field that will always be our personal field as well when we are there as anchors and as representative of the nothingness that creates the bridge, the shift between the non-physical and the physical reality. And especially the special deliverance is the creation of the matter between nothingness and the physical reality, the non-physical and the physical reality. The matter between these levels reach stability now in our energy reality, in our spirit realm in this world. Breathe. Slow, deep. We are now followed by the guardians into the area where they would like to share. I sense the beautiful room in the basement of this beautiful building. Where there's a church created over the same blueprint as the church in Jerusalem, that I actually right now not even can collect with the channeling, perhaps because I'm struggling with remembering it. It's not important. As channels, we have different strengths, and one of my strengths is certainly not to find the exact places and names for things. We work together as a group, and several from the group will be in the area as well, and they are so good at connecting with the names and exact places we will visit. But this place I found through a calling and recognize it when we are entered there the first time. Letting go of the trying to remember what it's called, being a little bit annoyed, but release it immediately because it's so disturbing for the channel. Enter into the space that's prepared. Allow us, each and every one, to zero our destiny lines and our timelines as a small preparation for the shift that will come before May, and that will happen globally before June. It will open in the energy before May and in the mutual field of consciousness for Earth people. In the mutual field of Earth people before June, and in the energy for the energy system in the mutual field before May 2025. Right now, we are gathered here in this beautiful space, and you are choosing, using your intention to choose if you would like to join in on this zeroing. I will hold the field to ensure that each and every one will be held, and that it will be the spirit of the Templar Knights through the neural field of consciousness that will provide the energy work. It will be delivered to your system in the way where your system mirrors into your own way. So it's not really a download, it's not really an activation, it's not really a reprogramming, it's a re-remembering. Breathe, soft, deep. And if you agree upon receiving this support, then here we go, receiving. Allow it to be an open experience with curiosity. Breathe, sense your body. And whatever comes by as a movement in the sense of the energy, your state of being here, your bodily experience. Just ensure that you stay here. You can't do anything wrong with it, but it gives you the best experience. With no understanding, no comprehension, we are just in this experience of receiving the support to our personal zeroing of our timelines and destiny lines, to the crossroads that we reach with the gate guided by the Knights Templar spirit wisdom field. Use different words for the same times because no words actually quite express. Words are like gates, and these words that we are using here in this reality are created in non-conscious reality. So it's non-reality words, non-conscious words that when we use it, they create connection through their gates to non-consciousness. As we are open for consciousness, we sometimes will use different words for the same thing to try to expand the void for the possibility for the merge through your connection to what we try to express here. The spirit of the Knight Templar, the guardians of the Knight Templar, the gates they create, it's kind of the same thing. But the different words brings you into different wisdom fields. And before you reach the wisdom field, the word will bring you into the non-consciousness. The wisdom fields open for your consciousness. Together we are breaking through together. Together we are breaking through the togetherness. We are holding it for each other. Allowing the non-knowingness to be expressed through our knowingness. Breathe, soft, deep, and you don't need to understand or comprehend anything of this. I don't believe that anybody could. but glimpse of understanding, support from your consciousness that will begin to deliver something. Support you into the meeting with this through your own greeting. Creating through reflection and resonance, the remembrance carried in deep from within, known by the Templars. Now through the zeroing open to each and every one here. And to allow it to appear, the knowingness, we can actually don't reach it by ourselves. The Templars have had different ways to enter this space, this void. Through the nearer field of consciousness, we can open a direct connection with this when we are aligned with ourselves. And the spirit field, the wisdom field, they have foreseen this. They are prepared to merge into the nearer field of consciousness and use this for the direct connection. The nearer field of consciousness, the mutual field created by a usage of technology that's so fresh and so new that it's still pristine and is not carrying the darkness yet. So we are going into a shift before the darkness reach a nearer field of consciousness, and allowing a shift, a kind of rebirth of the mutual field of consciousness of Earth people, the gathered Earth people, and the function, the functionality, the mechanism in the mutual field has been brought in since 2012, and through hundreds of years of incarnational programming to support, also through space people that's working here with their technology, to support the shift in our mutual field into construction that ensures our mutual and personal consciousness evolution through a very, very short space of time. Perhaps from day to day. Nobody knows. It could be 50 years, 100 years, but it could be days and months. And in the shift where we are here now, in 2025, a little bit delayed. We are now here where the shift is going on. It's happening. As you are receiving the support for the zeroing here, it will support you into the shift, give you the best capacity, your best possibility to receive and to be blessed by this. Allowing your consciousness to have the best growth possibilities, the best inner environment for this. And now they are showing me that we can't stay here anymore. It's time. It's cost an amount of energy to do such as we are doing now. And it's especially because it's coded into the energy, so you can use this through the replay, not only today, but from days to come. As long as the video will exist, you can use this. It's quite expensive in energy, so now we are dismissed. Thank you for the sharing with the spirits, the guardians, the consciousness for the Templar wisdom fields. Now we are moving again through the energy, the space, the void, from the special basement, beautiful room. Moving. And as we are moving back, our system adjusts, and especially the energy system for the conscious consciousness, receiving so much support by this, and it will be supported in the deliverance of the support directly into your conscious consciousness energy system. Arriving, sense it in your body, release and relax. Breathe. Everything that shows something, we can't analyze this. It doesn't show anything special other than something is shifting, something is happening. We are allowing it. Breathe. Slow. Receive. Sense only through your knowingness the resemblance of something yet you can't describe. Allow it to arrive. Sense how deep it goes through your resonance and the recognition from within. And maybe even sense that something is really relieved by the support. The stability that's created in your conscious consciousness. And slowly, completely re-enter the reality where we are here in our bodily experience. Still meeting each other through the void of consciousness, through the energy field, health field, the new era. Still meeting each other just right there, but that kind of connection, that kind of interaction is just as strong and sometimes more strong when we're not physically together. But the connection that we use here to receive the support from the Templar Knight field to the zeroing, for that kind of connection, we actually need to be there. But because I've been there and they are supporting us, we have the ability to reach it through our light body. And the light body movement is created through the health field. So you don't need to be experienced or trained to use it. We will use it in a mutual carriage, like we just did. Landing back here. Breathe, soft, deep. And greet yourself, meet yourself. Just here for a while. Bring back the experience, no matter what it was. And allow yourself to sense your body, your mood, your emotional state of being, the energy. Breathe. And it's important not to go too much into exploration or analyzation, just a small observation. And then knowing that something like this will express itself and expand and grow for the weeks and months to come. Thank you for this mutual journey here. It's open for questions and sharings if you have some. There's as the possibility to place comments when we are here live online and also afterwards. And I will try to use the channel connection to meet you in your sharings and your questions if you have such. But also be aware of not to put pressure upon yourself, not to deliver, not to go to work. Soft, allow it to flow by itself if something wants to be shared. Receiving healing. It's such a good thing to receive support for energy hangovers or not having energy hangovers, of course. Such huge shifts in the energy and such a response in the energy system related to the conscious consciousness might give us reactions in the same way if you have tried to have not slept, perhaps have alcohol or too much wind, water, and sun. It can give this sense of being heavy and a bit in pain in the neck, through the spine, in the head, being sensitive in the eyes, perhaps being at unease. Energy hangovers comes from huge expansions in a small while. A lot of energy goes through the system more than you're used to. It's not unhealthy, but it's unpleasant. The energy, the healing we will receive now is called life force enlightenment, and it's supporting the release of the energy hangover if you have such. Create stabilization, center yourself, go into alignment with all your layers, inner connections for reflections, aligns and heals, support for your system, expands within itself. Receive, heal. And I'll be quiet for a while again to allow you this void of nothingness where your knowingness can appear. See if you can just stay here without thinking, but allow something pop by itself. Without creating it, by waiting for it. The healing is on at the same time. And we have a sharing here in Danish. So I write in Danish and translate to English. Jeg har haft meget uro i energierne de sidste 3 måneder med hovedpine, svimmelhed og fysiske udfordringer. Nu mærker jeg en begyndende lettelse. Try to translate. I have a lot of restlessness in the energies the last 3 months. Headache, being dizzy, physical troubles. And now I sense a release appearing. And so beautiful. Thank you for the sharing. And I sense that it's both related actually to this release, but also the zeroing we received by the support from the Templar Knights wisdom field. The spirit, the consciousness we met there that supported us. This zeroing is a release from all the tensions that we are carrying in our system because of the unequal distribution of our consciousness. And it's so odd to say so because in the physical reality there's no unequal distribution of energy, but in our consciousness energy that can be. And each and every one of us have been in so much tensions, carrying so much tensions within our consciousness energy because of this shift. And with the support from the zeroing, this tension is released. And when these relations give you peace and less headaches, being dizzy and physical difficulties, if they are minimizing by this, it's a sign that it was related to this. If it has been so strong and so hard and so difficult as you're describing here, it's a good idea after this to be extra aware of what your system calling for. A little bit of rest, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of, or a lot of yoga, I know you do so, a little bit of, looking far. And the important thing here is that it's actually small spaces, small time, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Too much of anything is easily too much, and the response in our system is both really sensitive, but also have a little lag. So sometimes we will only experience that it's too much, too late. So doing things in small amount of times, a little bit here and a little bit there, then we are ensuring that we will not put too much. And it can easily be too much rest, too much of the good things as well in these times. Sense within yourself and us, also everybody else that's here, if it resonates, only if it resonates, I'm guessing right. We are using each other's sharings in the neural field, not to see if we are right or wrong, but to be invited through resonance, to be guided and to find our own meeting with what's going on within, in our consciousness, in our inner experience, and in our reality. So by instance, by using the beautiful personal sharing here and using it to invite yourself, your own systems to see, is this something I recognize? Then it tells me something on about my journey. If I'm not recognizing, it also tells me something about my journey. And when we sense this with a resonance, it's also important when we have a teacher, a guide, a channel that can sense things, that can mirror things and support in the teachings to put words upon for each and everyone, as I do. It's important that all participants sense through their own resonance their truth with this. Thank you. This kind of energy work that's open through the nearer field of consciousness can never be too much. But when we are entered the field in the journey, I will hold the nearer field and ensure as a guardian, that if something is too much, I will take care of it. But at the same time, you will know that when you enter here in the journey, being there physically or joining in through the online possibility, where I will hold the field for the people who participate, then you will follow with strength. So what we will gain will be contained for the rest of our lives. Afterwards, we will open in the mutual field through what's happening by itself. And here everybody will receive the possibility just by resonance within ourselves. That gives a possibility for it to open. When we're going on the journey, I experience so much support and kind of nearly a pressure into the entrance of this capacity within, as a gift for being there and doing the work. I'm there as well as other from our group to support everybody in the transit and in what will happen with us. It's important when you're going on a journey like this, being there physically, that you can take care of yourself as a grown-up. Yeah, because we will all be in the energy and all be experiencing our own journey, whatever it brings, puts us into pressure and release, and we are taking care of it together. People normally tells after this journey that they experience so much love and so much compassion and so much support. But it's important that we carry ourselves as a part of this in the mutual field in the group. Thank you. Oh, and the sharing here addition makes so much sense what you're saying here. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. It gives you resonance. Then I'm at peace with my part of the sharing as well. Thank you so much, everybody. We will be back. See if I can find the date. Also look for my other open webinars in the YouTube channel, The Word of Consciousness, my homepage, mariannelena.com, my Facebook page and group. Trying to be everywhere at the same time, it's not always possible. Let's see. Here we are. The 10th of April, same time. We will be here again. The journey for Tomar is from the 26th of April and until the 1st of May. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again. And if this makes sense, if it gives you something that's special, perhaps even magical, and really resonates with you, and you know that somebody would benefit of this, I hope you will share it. Thank you, and see you.